Welcome back, and welcome to something a little bit different. On Sunday the 4th, we got our first look at NLT's new game, Symphony of the Serpent. After the trailer dropped, I got the chance to sit down with NLT in his Discord with a live audience to discuss the main changes coming to Symphony of the Serpent. We ended up talking for nearly 2 hours about many different topics, including Patreon and the adult gaming industry as a whole. Here is a little segment of that conversation, and I hope you enjoy. Any new gameplay mechanics?
There's going to be the puzzle / fighting aspect of the game. I'm still kind of working on. I have like an outline of how I want it to work, but once we put it into practice, it's probably going to change. But I want there to be some sort of fighting mechanic in the game. But there's two things that I'm going to avoid at all costs. One, turn-based combat. Not going to do turn-based combat. Not going to do skill-based combat. No skill-based combat. No turn-based combat. And no grind. No like walking around a world and finding things to fight. With Treasure of Nadia, there was a little bit of a grind aspect. In order to play the game of Treasure of Nadia properly, you were meant to go into the forest and search for treasures. And that's how you earned money. In the Genesis Order, we tried to make it to where you could do that if you wanted, but if you talk to NPCs would lead you to places where you can earn a lot more money. And if you do everything correctly, you will never ever have to go to the forest to grind for money. You will earn money through quests and stuff. And so we're kind of keep that theme going in Symphony of the Serpent, where when you beat the game, if you play everything properly, you will never have to grind. You will never enter a turn-based combat, and you will never have to have skill, like twitch skills or fast reflexes in order to complete a puzzle or finish a game. That's not always been the case in Treasure of Nadia and the Genesis Order, but I try very hard not to do that. And every time I do squeeze in a little bit of a skill-based thing, usually someone will kind of remind me, hey, not everyone is into this.
Yeah, the shooting range.
Yeah, the shooting range. For several updates, I didn't modify it, but eventually, I grew a heart. And I decided if you fail at the shooting range, 3 times, it basically slows to a crawl, and it's pretty much impossible to lose at that point. But yeah, so that's kind of going to be continued in Symphony of the Serpent is to have that fundamental idea of no grind, no turn-based combat, no skill, but come up with a fighting system that does not overlap with those 3 things. And I have something written down that should be pretty good to go, but it'll probably change as we actually start to beta test it and stuff.
What kind of mechanics can we expect when it comes to like the side character stories? When it comes to like the dating sim?
Well, that's probably also going to evolve too. If I one day I just spent a whole day just writing out like this whole idea of like, what are the preferences of each girl? There's like gifts you can buy them, and then like the effectiveness of the gift is going to be based on their likes and dislikes, which you have to like kind of pay attention like and talk to the characters to learn their likes and dislikes. But I'm trying at the same time when I create this, it's like if you do things wrong, you'll still succeed. It'll just take you longer. Because what I can't stand in games is when your actions are not making you move forward. And it's like instead of having an action be wrong, just have it be less right. And so that's kind of going to be the kind of the thing with the dating sim. It's like if you're just not paying attention and not reading it and just doing whatever, you'll still get all the scenes. It'll just take you like 6 times longer than someone who's like doing it correctly, like reading like closely, paying attention to the girl's likes and dislikes, and talking to her the way she likes to be talked to, and buying her the gifts she likes to see, and doing all that type of stuff. So I have a detailed list of how I want it to work. Now, obviously, in practice, it could change, but yeah, it's going to be kind of what you expect from a dating sim, but trying to subtract all the stuff that's annoying about a dating sim. Because there's certain things that I don't like when it comes to dating sim games and visual novel games. There are certain things that drive me wild. Like I do not like them, and I try to remove all that stuff out. One thing is like walls of text in a visual novel. It's like sometimes someone will write something 6 pages, but with a little editing that you can get across the same ideas in like two pages. And like show don't tell. Oh my gosh, like how many visual novels do you play where the text is describing what's happening while there's just nothing happening on the screen? It's like, just animate it, animate it, voice it, make it interesting. It adds so much level of quality. And so, yeah, hopefully people who play the games, who enjoy visual novels and enjoy dating sims, can see what I'm trying to do with taking the frustrating aspects of those things out and really making it a very dense experience, an experience that's, it's never frustrating, or hopefully never frustrating. It's very difficult to never make it frustrating because people have different likes and dislikes, but hopefully it's a very dense game. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a very
Refined,
a very refined,
rich.
yeah, like that basically.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed that. Stick around as I have much more to share in the future. And as always, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.